André René Roussimoff, who is popularly known as André the Giant, was a legendary professional wrestler who rose to fame in the 70s and was the biggest wrestler into the 80s. Standing at over 7 feet tall and weighing more than 500 pounds, André's colossal stature established him as a dominant force in the wrestling world, leading him to triumph in the majority of his matches. However, beyond his remarkable size and the tales of his extraordinary strength, André was a man with a diverse array of experiences and stories that remain relatively unknown to many. Delving into his family's distinctive genetic history and observing his daughter's dedication to continuing his legacy in the entertainment industry, André's life serves as a testament to the idea that giants exist among us in various forms. Genetic inheritance from grandfather to granddaughter. The towering presence of André the Giant wasn't just a stroke of luck. It was deeply embedded in his family's history of impressive heights, emphasizing the undeniable role of genetics in shaping his immense stature. Stories about André's family provide a captivating glimpse into how the height gene was passed down through generations, reaching its culmination in André and subsequently in his daughter Robin. Contrary to the common belief that André's size was a mere fluke, his family tree tells a different story. Despite his mother's modest height of 5 feet 2 inches, she married a man towering at an impressive 6 feet 2 inches. While this height is above average, it's dwarfed by André's grandfather, who stood at a remarkable 7 feet 8 inches, an exceedingly rare height even by today's standards. In various cultures, height is often associated with power, dominance, and authority, from ancient kings to today's elite figures. In André's realm of professional wrestling, his height proved both advantageous and challenging. It made him an unforgettable icon, yet it came with numerous health issues and social challenges. For Robin, being taller than most women brought about a set of unique experiences, encompassing both positive and negative aspects. One can only speculate on the whispers, stares, and comments she encountered, reminiscent of her father's early days. Yet, it's not just about height. It's about legacy. André's stories, battles, vulnerabilities, and towering presence constitute the narrative Robin has inherited. Whether through genetics or anecdotes, Robin stands as the living testament to André the Giant's legacy, a fusion of the past and present, intertwining tales of yesteryears with the realities of today. André's early life, from farming to wrestling, the tranquil landscapes of Moulins, France, could hardly have foreseen that they would serve as the humble beginnings for one of the most iconic figures in the world of wrestling. Born as André René Roussimoff, this young boy's journey unfolded from the quiet farming fields of his village to the vibrant arenas of international wrestling. Within the Roussimoff family, who owned a farm, André, like any other child in a farming household, actively engaged in daily chores. Initially appearing like any other boy, fate had distinct plans for André. As he matured, it became evident that his life was destined for anything but the ordinary. By the time he stepped into his early teens, André already stood head and shoulders above his peers and most adults, his rapid and unusual growth attributed to acromegaly, a disorder resulting from excess growth hormone. However, this extraordinary stature presented its own set of challenges. Everyday tasks such as entering doorways, riding in cars, or donning standard-sized clothes became formidable obstacles. André was a living testament to the notion that the world wasn't designed for individuals of his colossal size, a reality he confronted each day. The curiosity and occasional cruelty of children likely accompanied him, drawing attention to his size, not always in a positive light. Paradoxically, it was this very size that would later define his remarkable career and legacy as he matured. Becoming a wrestling sensation wasn't an instant achievement for the Giant. André the Giant's journey into wrestling was far from a direct route. He didn't transition directly from the anonymity of his father's farm to the dazzling spotlights of the global wrestling stage. Instead, his wrestling career took time to gain momentum, and the reality is that he earned his stripes in France before venturing abroad to kickstart his wrestling journey in Canada and the USA. As André's ambitions outgrew the confines of Molian, his initial foray into the entertainment world took a detour from wrestling. Acting gigs and rugby filled his early days. However, destiny took a turn when he crossed paths with wrestling promoter Robert Legge. Legge recognized André's potential, envisioning him not merely as a wrestler, but as a spectacle, an experience, a force of nature seldom witnessed. Thus began André's wrestling odyssey, debuting in Europe under the moniker Jean Ferret, the Ferris Gant. His matches garnered immense crowds, eager to witness the Giant in action. His prowess extended beyond his cess, showcasing agility, strength, and a captivating charisma that endeared him to fans. From the rustic fields of Molian to the dazzling arenas of America, André's journey unfolded as nothing short of extraordinary. His indomitable spirit turned challenges into opportunities, shaping every aspect of his life. From the early days on the farm, overcoming odds stacked against his unique physique, to the eventual ascent as a wrestling legend under McMahon's wing. The boy from Molian, dreaming beyond his frame's limitations, evolved into a giant not only in stature but also in the annals of wrestling history. Facing physical challenges, fingers, apparel, and military rejection. The Giant's fingers presented unique problems, extending beyond the wrestling ring. André the Giant's colossal fingers, while iconic, brought forth a distinctive set of challenges that went beyond the confines of the wrestling ring. The issues he faced with his fingers were not merely limited to the ring, but permeated various aspects of his daily life. Custom-made rings became a necessity due to the sheer size of André's fingers. Off-the-shelf rings and bangles were rendered impractical, as they would be too small for him. This need for custom-made accessories highlighted the unique nature of André's physicality, where even the most ordinary items posed challenges. An intriguing facet of André's life was his inability to learn to play the piano. The sheer size of his fingers made it practically impossible for him to navigate the keys delicately. A single finger could inadvertently strike 2 or 3 keys simultaneously, making conventional piano playing a formidable task. This limitation underscored the ways in which his physical attributes influenced not only his professional pursuits, but also his personal interests. Moreover, the challenges extended to something as commonplace as using a phone. The conventional rotary phone, with its small holes, proved to be an obstacle for André. Unless he had a pencil to stick in the dial, his fingers simply wouldn't fit. The impact of his size was so profound that even his own family, including his mother, once failed to recognize him upon his return home. After 5 years away, the physical changes in André were so significant that his own mother initially thought he was an intruder, slamming the door in his face. It was only after speaking to her in Polish, the family's usual language, that she recognized him. The revelation that the family had been unknowingly watching André on TV under a different name, Jean Fer. André's attempt to join the French army at the age of 18 ended in rejection. Despite his budding success as a wrestler, he sought to fulfill his duty, but the army turned him down. The explanation was twofold. First, the army lacked uniforms and boots that could accommodate André's immense size. Second, the recruitment officer expressed concerns about André's height, deeming him too tall for the trenches. This rejection marked a paradox in André's life, where his physical stature, celebrated in one arena, became a hindrance in another. Reflecting on André's life prompts admiration for the spirit he embodied. Challenges, whether evident or concealed from the public eye, were not the focus of André's journey. Rather, it was his unwavering spirit to overcome them. Inside and outside the wrestling ring, he stood as a true giant, facing the world with a grace that defied his monumental size, the gentle giant's personality and generosity. In a world where André the Giant's commanding presence could have easily overshadowed every room he entered, it was his heart, even more extensive than his physical stature, that left an unforgettable impression on those fortunate enough to know him personally. Numerous tales highlight André's generosity, and one particular story unfolds in a small town where he had been filming. A local mechanic had performed a kind service for André, refusing any payment in return. Sometime later, the mechanic's wife opened the door to find André standing there, holding a brand-new color television, a luxury for many at that time. It was his way of expressing gratitude. His acts of kindness extended beyond material gifts. Often after matches, André would discreetly cover the dinner expenses for the entire crew, anonymously settling the hefty bills that inevitably accumulated when dining with a group of hungry wrestlers. He believed in sharing his successes and frequently alleviated the financial burdens of those around him, even if they were too proud to ask. However, it wasn't only his friends in high places who experienced André's warmth. Those who encountered him, from fans to venue staff, often praised his politeness and patience. Despite being constantly in the limelight and approached for autographs or brief conversations, André rarely showed irritation. Instead, he understood the novelty and excitement he generated, making an effort to be accommodating and gentle to those who approached him with wide-eyed wonder. Adding to his charm were his quirks, endearing habits that made André all the more human. He possessed an insatiable appetite for food, drink, and merriment. Stories of his legendary drinking sessions are etched in wrestling folklore. Yet even in these instances, André's behavior was more about camaraderie and bonding than mere indulgence. Perhaps the most touching aspect of André's personality was his sensitivity. Beneath the playful exterior was a man deeply affected by how the world perceived him. He remained acutely aware of his size and how it made others feel, often going out of his way to be less intimidating. An anecdote tells of him always sitting down when fans approached him for autographs, ensuring they wouldn't feel overwhelmed. Food, alcohol, and André's voracious appetite. André the Giant's presence wasn't confined to the wrestling ring or his larger-than-life personality. It was also famously manifested in his seemingly insatiable hunger for food and alcohol. Stories about André's prowess in drinking straddle the line between awe-inspiring and unbelievable. One oft-recounted tale involves a single evening where André supposedly consumed 119 bottles of beer, a feat that left many in sheer disbelief. His alcohol capacity wasn't just about quantity, it was about endurance. In a Pennsylvania bar, he engaged in an impromptu drinking competition, where his opponent tapped out, while André, after consuming a staggering amount of alcohol, was merely a bit tipsy. Yet it wasn't merely about the amount. It was about the jovial company and the stories that ensued. André never drank to drown sorrows, but to elevate mirth. Fellow wrestlers fondly recalled nights spent with André where beer flowed, stories were shared, and the gentle giant's laughter echoed in the room. Additionally, André's unique physiology meant that the standard effects of medication or anesthesia worked differently for him. For instance, before surgery, when a standard dose of anesthesia had little effect, it was his alcohol tolerance that became a yardstick, providing doctors with a clue on the required dosage. Behind the tales of merriment, there were also concerns. Close friends and confidants often worried about André's health. The vast quantities of alcohol, while contributing to legendary tales, weren't without impact. There were moments when the consumption became a crutch, a way for the giant to cope with the physical pain of his condition and the emotional strain of the perpetual spotlight. In reflection, André's appetite for life, mirrored in his love for food and drink, was more than mere indulgence. It was a celebration of moments, an embrace of camaraderie, and perhaps occasionally, a coping mechanism. Like many aspects of his life, it was grand, excessive, and unforgettable. Through every shared drink and every hearty meal, André lived fully, ensuring that his presence, whether at a bar or a dinner table, was as colossal as his legacy, unique wrestling techniques, and challenges. André the Giant was not just renowned for his size, but also for his distinctive approach to wrestling. The techniques he adopted and the challenges he faced in the ring were deeply influenced by both his physicality and his personality. One might assume that André's primary wrestling technique would be to leverage his sheer strength and size. However, his methods went beyond just brute force. André was surprisingly agile for a man of his stature, and he had an intuitive understanding of the dynamics in the ring. This allowed him to surprise his opponents with moves they wouldn't expect from a man of his size. Yet, even with these challenges, André's spirit was indomitable. He wasn't just a formidable opponent, he was a performer at heart. His playful antics in the ring were as much a part of his persona as his size. Whether it was mockingly mimicking his opponents, tossing his adversaries with a cheeky grin, or engaging in light banter with the referees, André always ensured that the audience got more than just a match. They got a show. His disdain for baby oil, his reliance on a back brace, and his playful antics might seem like mere anecdotes in the grander narrative of his career. Still, they provide profound insights into the man behind the legend. They reveal a wrestler who, despite his unparalleled stature, was human with preferences, pains, and passions. André's private life and his love for QVC. In the dazzling realm of professional wrestling, André the Giant stood as a towering figure, an iconic presence that transcended the boundaries of the sport, becoming a living legend. Yet, amidst the glittering lights and thunderous applause of the arena, there existed a quieter, more private side to André, a facet that starkly contrasted with his public image. One surprising revelation about this private aspect was André's unique fondness for QVC, the home shopping channel. While it might initially appear unconventional for a global superstar like André to be captivated by a home shopping channel, delving into this preference unveils a deeper understanding of his personal life and the challenges posed by his colossal size. For André, venturing into the public eye was never a simple outing. Each excursion carried the weight of stares, hushed conversations, and relentless attention. Mundane activities that most people take for granted, such as shopping, transformed into Herculean tasks for him, not only due to physical barriers, but also because of the unyielding scrutiny he faced. The contrast between André's colossal public persona and his intimate domestic life is enlightening. While he reigned as a giant in the wrestling ring, at home, he sought the same simple pleasures as anyone else, albeit tailored to his unique circumstances. QVC served as a conduit to the ordinary, offering a semblance of everyday experiences without the baggage of fame and the physical challenges accompanying his size. André's preference for QVC underscores a broader theme in his life, a continual pursuit of balance between the ordinary and the extraordinary. The giant, who effortlessly lifted opponents in the ring, simply wanted to lift the remote and engage in peaceful shopping at home. It serves as a poignant reminder that behind the grandiose persona was a man with desires, aspirations, and challenges akin to any other individual. André's financial success and untimely death, André the Giant, transcended the confines of the wrestling ring to carve his name into the annals of global pop culture. His colossal stature, paired with an unparalleled charisma both within and beyond the ring, secured him a position among the world's most recognizable and influential figures. This widespread recognition ushered in financial success, aligning with André's growing reputation. From his early days in European wrestling circuits to his dominance in the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, André commanded attention and respect, resulting in substantial earnings. While exact figures remain elusive, it's widely accepted that André stood among the highest earners in professional wrestling. His peak years saw earnings not only from wrestling matches but also from endorsements, television appearances, and his iconic role as Fezzik in the movie The Princess Bride. André not only dominated the wrestling ring but also the financial arena, amassing substantial wealth as one of the undisputed masters of the game. With an unparalleled, unbeaten streak lasting nearly 15 years, André's earning power reached unprecedented heights. Although financial records from that era may not be as meticulous as today's standards, one undeniable fact remains. André the Giant earned his place in the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest-paid wrestler in 1974. During the early 1970s, he commanded a princely sum of $400,000 in a single year, a remarkable feat considering his humble beginnings as a farmhand in France. Remarkably, this substantial financial success did not tarnish André's spirit or values. Throughout his life, he remained grounded, generously sharing his wealth with friends, family, and those in need. Simultaneously, he embraced the luxuries his hard work afforded him, indulging in a life of travel, gastronomy, and unique experiences. The wrestling icon met an untimely demise at the age of 46, succumbing to congestive heart failure. In January 1993, André went to bed and never woke up the following morning, leaving behind a legacy that transcended the confines of the wrestling world. Despite being embarrassed about attending his father's funeral and missing his mother's birthday, André's passing marked a significant moment. Initially, the family intended to bury him beside his father following a traditional funeral. However, André's will specified his desire for cremation and the scattering of his ashes at his ranch in North Carolina. Honoring his wishes, the family carried out the cremation, and André's ashes found their final resting place on his beloved ranch. As a final act of legacy, André bequeathed his estate to his only daughter, Robin Christensen Roussimoff. In the aftermath of his passing, posthumous honors flowed in, solidifying André's legacy beyond his wrestling persona. He became the inaugural inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame in 1993, underscoring the profound impact he had on the world of professional wrestling. Numerous documentaries, films, and books have since been dedicated to chronicling his life and career, narrating the tale of the gentle giant who left an indelible mark on countless lives. Reflecting on André's financial success offers a comprehensive view of a life lived to its fullest. Emerging from humble beginnings in Grenoble, France, André evolved into a global phenomenon, accumulating wealth and accolades along the way. Yet, beyond the monetary figures and records, it is the stories, memories, and enduring legacy that genuinely define André's success. His untimely departure served as a stark reminder of life's fragility. Still, the legacy he left behind, both tangible and intangible, ensures that André the Giant remains immortal in the hearts and minds of generations to come. André the Giant's daughter. André the Giant's daughter is Robin Christensen Roussimoff, born in 1979 to André and Jean Christensen. Robin, a former professional wrestler and actor, had a unique upbringing due to her father's demanding wrestling career that kept him on the road for extended periods, leading to a strained relationship. Robin's mother, Jean Christensen, worked as a publicist in sports and met André the Giant while handling publicity for wrestling events in 1974. Despite their union, the couple never officially registered their marriage in the U.S. André the Giant's daughter, Robin Christensen Roussimoff, turned 44 in 2023. Growing up in the United States, she spent most of her childhood with her mother and stepfather since André's wrestling commitments kept him away. Standing at 6 feet, 182 centimeters, and weighing 220 pounds, 100 kilograms. Robin is a distinctive figure with dark brown eyes and black hair, often preferring a blonde look. As the only known child of André the Giant, Robin's relationship with her father was strained. André's extensive travel for wrestling matches and a difficult relationship with Robin's mother meant that they didn't spend much time together. André passed away in 1993 when Robin was still a child. Despite being given the option to live with her father, Robin chose to remain with her mother, citing her discomfort with staying far from her. In an interview with CBS, she mentioned seeing her father only a few times at arenas and unfortunate encounters in court. Despite the challenges, Robin reflects on these brief interactions with her dad with tremendous joy. Their relationship, while complicated, is a significant part of André the Giant's legacy, carried forward by his daughter in her own unique way. The news of André the Giant's passing in 1993 reached Robin Christensen Roussimoff and her mother Jean in a rather unconventional manner. They were so distanced from André's life that they missed the initial phone call informing them of his death. Instead, they discovered the heartbreaking news through a message left on their answering machine. The impact was profound, with Jean in tears and Christensen Roussimoff grappling with a myriad of complex emotions. In response to her father's demise, Christensen Roussimoff sought solace outside her home, spending hours at her best friend's house. The grieving process unfolded in a deeply personal way, reflecting the complexities of a relationship marked by physical distance and emotional nuances. Despite the challenging circumstances, André the Giant's foresight provided a measure of stability for Christensen Roussimoff's future. He had established a trust that secured her control over the license for his name and likeness. This ensured that she would receive royalty checks for any future appearances attributed to him. Additionally, she emerged as a pivotal figure in decisions regarding André's portrayal in films, exemplified by her approval of a future biopic. Over the years, Christensen Roussimoff has actively worked to reconnect with her father's memory. She managed to retrieve various items, especially gear from his wrestling days, allowing her to engage with André's legacy in a tangible way. Robin Christensen Roussimoff, André the Giant's daughter, embarked on a journey to follow in her father's footsteps by pursuing a career in wrestling. However, this path didn't unfold as successfully as she had hoped, prompting her to shift gears and explore other opportunities. Presently, Robin has established herself as an actress and made notable contributions to the representation of her father's legacy. She featured prominently in the television documentary André the Giant and served as a consultant for the film adaptation of the book André the Giant, Closer to Heaven. According to Player's bio, Robin's net worth stands at an impressive $10 million, a substantial portion of which comes from her acting career and the inheritance she received from her father, André the Giant. WWE pays her royalties for using André's name in various events, and she holds the rights to use his name in video games and action figures. Engaging in promotions and attending comic events in her father's name also contributes to her income. In 2018, Robin worked on a documentary about André's life. André the Giant, one of the highest-paid wrestlers in history, allocated his wealth among 3 beneficiaries. 2/3 of his fortunes and assets went to his only child, Robin, while the caretaker and wife received his ranch in Ellerbay, North Carolina. Regarding Robin's personal life, she maintains a private stance, and there is no available information about her marital status or dating life. Currently residing in Seattle, Washington, USA, Robin continues to pursue her acting career. Since her father's passing in 1993, she has remained a dedicated guardian of the André the Giant brand, actively representing him at events and collaborating with filmmakers and authors who seek to preserve the legend's story. And that's all for today's video. As we reflect on his remarkable legacy, what aspect of André's life resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts below to let us know. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this journey through André's incredible story, and subscribe for more engaging content on legends who've left an everlasting mark. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, bye for now.